Hello bachas, welcome back to the channel The F in Physics, where the F in Physics stands for fun. In the last class bachas, we spoke about momentum, which was a product of mass and either initial velocity or final velocity, correct? And when will my velocity change? When I have a force. So we equated all of them and we came to a conclusion that change in momentum upon time is equal to force, which is nothing but mass into acceleration. Okay? Today we are going to deal with third law of motion. But before that, again, I will show you all a video based on third law of motion. So let's enjoy that video. Okay, this is what people understand by third law of motion. Whenever you ask anybody, please tell me something about third law of motion, they will say, you slap me and I will slap you. Correct? This is what people understand by third law of motion, but this is not the actual meaning of third law of motion. Newton uncle ने कतई नहीं कहा था, if this is third law of motion, then this should also be valid. Correct? Sir Newton slaps the roof of the car will slap him back. No, this is not what third law of motion means. Let's understand what exactly is the meaning of third law of motion, again with the help of Bollywood. And this time you'll be surprised to see who is going to teach us third law of motion. Yes. So we have Sallu bhai finally. Okay, and he's going to talk about third law of motion. So let's see. Oof, ignore the language. The language wasn't good. Okay, but this is what is the third law of motion. क्या हुआ exactly? वापस देखते हैं. Okay. So this guy exerted some force on the helmet or on Salman Khan. Correct? And we know that whenever force is exerted, the object should move. But यहाँ पे कुछ हुआ नहीं. No effect of force was seen. But we saw that the person who exerted the force, correct, got hurt. मतलब obviously something exerted the same force on him. तो भैया ये है न्यूटन अंकल का थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन. मतलब when you exert, I'll tell you beta, when you exert a force on an object, then the object will exert the same force on you. ये है न्यूटन अंकल का एक्चुअल मीनिंग ऑफ थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन. ठीक है? दैट whenever you exert a force on something, that something will also exert the equal and opposite force on you. अब let's understand a few keywords. The force that you are exerting is known as action. ठीक है? So suppose I am pushing a wall. Me pushing the wall becomes an action. In return, the wall will push me. उसको बोलेंगे reaction. So when you learn the statement of Newton uncle's laws of the third law of motion, you will come across these terms, action and reaction. These are nothing but forces. Action is one force, reaction is the counter force. Not the counter force, but a force produced because of action. Okay? These forces will not cancel each other, remember, because they are acting on two different objects. Okay? In this case, suppose Sir Newton slapped the car, ये हो गया action. Action कहाँ से कहाँ पे गया? From Sir Newton to the car. Reaction will be from car to Sir Newton. अगर reaction force is also on the car, then they might balance. But over here, it will not balance. We will see what I mean by this again later. For now, remember, the forces will not cancel out each other. ठीक है? So let's study the statement for Newton uncle's third law of motion. अरे इधर तो जगह ही नहीं बचा. Let me write down. The third law of motion means every action will produce an equal and opposite reaction. Are we clear? This is what Newton uncle's third law of motion tells you. Now let's see a few more places where Newton uncle's third law of motion is valid. Actually ये सब जगह पे होता है. Wherever you have two objects exert or one object exerting a force on the other, ये होता ही है. When you're walking, when you're sitting, when you're playing, everywhere. Okay, I have selected three such situations where Newton Uncle's third law of motion is seen. So let's go through it. And this is, oh no, not now. This I'll talk about later. This is the first place. Akshay Kumar वापस. Okay, so we saw something. ठीक है, let me just pen it down. So Akshay Kumar, the wall bumping. Correct? Akshay Kumar exerted a force on the wall. और उसका इफेक्ट क्या हुआ? अक्षय कुमार hurting himself. ठीक है, so this was action, the wall exerting a force on Akshay Kumar, reaction, same size. Okay, magnitude will be the same. Let's study one more case. Now this is one of my favorite movies. Let's see what exactly happens here. This is the situation where I am interested in. Okay. So we had, okay, the character's name is Fayyaz Thakkar, and he had a statue. He exerted some force on the statue. The statue बोल रहा हूँ यार, sorry. The statue also exerted the same force but on the opposite direction. So action is the force exerted by Fayyaz Thakkar on the statue. Reaction is the force exerted by the statue on Fayyaz Thakkar. I know the name sounds very funny, but I don't know that actor's real name. I am sorry. ठीक है, let's study one more example. ये बड़ा दर्दनाक example है. Oof. Yes, you dropping a phone. So if this is the ground, this is the phone. The phone exerts a downward force on the ground, and in return, the ground exerts a reaction force which is the upward force on the phone. This is the reason why your cell phones break. ठीक है, तो बेटा अगर ये एक्शन रिएक्शन पेयर नहीं होता था ना, आप गिरते नहीं थे. Neither you would have been able to walk, nor you would have been able to hold any object again. ठीक है, obviously वहां पे फ्रिक्शन आता है, but that becomes a reaction force. So ये सारी चीजें is included under Newton Uncle's third law of motion, that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Which means if I have to give you the formula for third law, beta, let's consider this example. Akshay Kumar bumping into the wall. Let me assume that the force exerted by Akshay Kumar was F. Then I told you the wall will also exert the same force on Akshay Kumar, but in the opposite direction. Correct na? सबका direction opposite है. Which means force exerted by object 1 on object 2 is the same force but in the opposite direction exerted by object 2 on object 1. Now this might be a bit confusing, so it's okay if you ignore it. ठीक है? They'll not deduct marks for this. Are we clear? Let's try to understand this with one more example. And here is the example. This is also Newton Uncle's third law of motion. अरे पार्टी स्किप हो गया, पोपट हो गया मेरा. Wait. Yeah, this is where I'm interested in. They both exerting some force on each other. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे तो दिखेगा नहीं exactly क्या हो रहा है. But let us consider one case. This was the scene, right? Where John Abraham is on roller skates. Okay, and Vidyut Jamwal is just standing. I know my drawing is awesome. Let's assume John Abraham exerted some force on Vidyut Jamwal. Okay, let that force be Fj. Fj is the force exerted by John Abraham. So force exerted by John Abraham is on the right hand side, correct? Now since John Abraham is wearing roller skates, the moment you exert some force on the right, you will start moving to the left. So John Abraham moves to the left. Can I say John Abraham is moving to the left because of some other force? ये होता है action reaction force in everyday life. When you exert a force on the wall, you might not experience it. हाथ में रिस्ट में थोड़ा दर्द होता है, बट अगर कम लगा है तो नहीं मालूम पड़ता है. बट वेन यू आर वेयरिंग रोलर स्केट्स एंड वेन यू पुश द वॉल, you will see that you start moving in the opposite direction to the force applied. ठीक है. सो ये है कहानी न्यूटन अंकल के थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन की. नाउ व्हेन यू आर डूइंग थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन, वन थिंग विल बी वेरी कॉमन, दैट इज कोलिजन्स. दो ऑब्जेक्ट आपस में टकराएंगे. सो यू आर गोइंग टू हैव क्वेश्चंस ऑन कोलिजन्स, and these questions would be for around 6 to 8 marks. अब कोलिजन है तो वापस फोर्स होगा दोनों जगह पे फोर्स होगा. फोर्स है मतलब चेंज इन स्पीड होगा. चेंज इन स्पीड है मतलब एक्सेलरेशन होगा, which means there will be impulse. So you are going to have question on all of them in Newton uncle's third law of motion. So let's first try to understand what collision is. Collision is when you have two objects coming together for a small period of time, which means they exert some force for a short interval of time, or I can have force for a long interval as well. दोनों में अलग अलग effects होंगे. And I know this force into time is known as impulse. याद है? Which means you can have questions on impulse as well. Okay. Now there are two types of collisions. एक होता है where the objects, suppose you remember the rugby example, I was standing, यहाँ से somebody came, he bumped into me and we both moved in opposite direction. जब we both started moving in some random direction. ठीक है, direction not important right now, at least for derivation. So one is the case where objects after colliding, both the objects move separately, and such collisions are known as moving collisions. Okay. Now moving collisions are also known as elastic collisions. Okay, these are also known as elastic collision. Why are they known as elastic? We'll see that. Another type of collision that you will study is known as sticky collision, which is inelastic. ठीक है. In moving collisions मैंने क्या कहा? The objects after collision will move separately. Okay, they'll move separately and they will have some individual velocities. दो ऑब्जेक्ट है तो दोनों के वेलोसिटी होंगे. यहां पे आफ्टर कोलिजन the objects stick together and they move with, अब अगर स्टिक हो गए और मूव हो रहे तो they'll move with one common velocity and they move with common velocity. यहां पे they have individual velocities. Okay, they move with individual velocity. Second thing, now you have to remember in both of the examples my momentum is conserved. Which means change in momentum is zero for both the conditions. ठीक है. इसके ऊपर we will be talking about, the next part of the lecture will be based on this. And only for elastic collision you have to remember that my kinetic energy is also conserved, but in sticky collision my kinetic energy is not conserved. मतलब मेरा जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी पहले था और बाद में अलग होगा. क्यों? बिकॉज दिस एनर्जी इज गिवन और लॉस्ट टू द सराउंडिंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट. ओके, और इट कैन बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ साउंड, और इट कैन बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लाइट. तो यहां पे चेंज इन एनर्जी होगा. कि ये है डिफरेंस इलास्टिक और इनइलास्टिक में. बाय द वे इनइलास्टिक देयर आर टू टाइप्स. वन इज नॉर्मल इनइलास्टिक, एक होगा परफेक्टली इनइलास्टिक, व्हिच यू पीपल विल स्टडी in A levels. For now just remember as moving and sticky collision. Moving collision, two objects after collision will move. So two objects, when they collide, they will start to move with a certain velocity v1 and the other object with certain velocity v2. यहाँ पे the objects stick together and they move with a common velocity v. इन सबका derivation भी करेंगे. Okay, and momentum is conserved in both of them. So you are going to have questions based on this. This is where we will be interested in a 4 to 5 mark question based on this. ठीक है? So let's consider an example of elastic collision. The best way to study or the best place to study elastic collision is a pool table. So here is a pool table. Let's assume this is ball 1, this is ball 2. ठीक है? So let me first write for ball 1 everything and let me write for ball 2. This is where kids have a confusion. Wait just a minute. Yeah. Ball 1, ball 2. Let me make a table. The first thing that I write is mass. So let mass of ball 1 be m1 and of ball 2 be m2. ठीक है? तो दोनों का मास हमने डिफाइन कर दिया है. Let me exert some force on ball 1 so that the ball 1 moves with some initial velocity u1. ये रेस्ट पे है तो इसका इनिशियल वेलोसिटी है u2 which is 0. But I'll not write 0 because sometimes even this is moving. Okay. So I will write down initial velocity is u1. इसका initial velocity is u2 which in our condition right now is 0. May be 0, may not be 0. You don't have to stress. The process remains the same. The formula remains the same. ठीक है? Now we all know when this is moving, ball 1 is moving towards ball 2. Ball 1 at certain time will collide with ball 2. Collision आया तो force भी आएगा. Let the force exerted by ball 1 be F1. ठीक है? और न्यूटन अंकल का थर्ड लॉ क्या बोलता है? That if there is one object exerting a force, the second object will also exert the same force but in the opposite direction. तो अगर इसका force है F2, the two forces are same and the direction is opposite which is given by this negative sign. Correct? Every action, every force has an equal and opposite force. So F1 is equal to minus F2. अभी force exert हुआ तो velocity change होगा, acceleration produce होगा. Correct? So let the final velocity after the force F1 and F2 act be V1 for object 1 and V2 for object 2. And the acceleration be A1 and A2. So for object 1, you can see the initials have a subscript 1. And for object 2, they have a subscript 2. ठीक है? अब इसके बाद let's talk about the derivation. हुआ क्या exactly इसमें? So I know I'll focus on this. Let me erase this. F1 is equal to minus F2. That is where my derivation begins. So beta, according to Newton uncle's third law of motion, the force exerted by object 1 will be the same force the object 2 exerts on object 1 but with the opposite direction. So negative sign आ गया. Now what's the formula for force according to Newton uncle's second law of motion? This force is mass into acceleration. और यहाँ पे भी आएगा minus m into a. अब this is for object 1, so I'll write object 1. This is for object 2, so I write object 2. Do you all know the formula for acceleration? Yes, so I'll just substitute the values. कुछ नहीं, इसे मैं formulas के साथ खेल रहा हूँ. m1 instead of a1 I'll write v minus u upon t is equal to minus m2 a के बदले v minus u upon t. Now since this is object 1, everything will have 1 over here and all the components will be of object 2. Now beta, understand this logic. Time. Okay? Suppose you hit the wall for time t seconds. मतलब ये t seconds के लिए आपका हाथ was in contact with the walls. Can I say it is for the same time t that the wall will be in contact with your hands? Obviously ना बेटा, जितने टाइम आपका हाथ दीवार के कांटेक्ट में था उतने ही टाइम दीवार आपके हाथ के कांटेक्ट में थी, which means my t1 and t2 are the same. समझा ये पार्ट? So can I cancel t1 t2 because they are the same? So what I get is m1 v1 minus u1 is equal to minus m2 and v2 minus u2. I open the brackets. Now this is where you have to be careful. So I get m1 v1 minus m1 u1 is equal to, now I have a negative sign over here. Negative into positive will give me a negative, and a negative into negative u2. So minus m2 minus of u2 will become plus m2 u2. ठीक है? Now the next step is combining all the u's and all the v's together. So I have one v over here, I have the next v here, I have one u here, the other u is here. So I rewrite the equation such that all my v's and u's are together. So can I say what I get is m1 v1 minus hai idhar and there's a equal to. If it crosses the equal to, it becomes plus m2 v2 is equal to, this is minus m1 u1, it goes on the other side, it becomes plus m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Simple mathematics. Are we clear, beta? Now let me rewrite the statement which I got. Suppose I write it in this manner: plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Yeah, this is the manner I've written. It's the same equation. सिर्फ मैंने पहले u लिख दिया है और फिर v लिख दिया है. Now I know u means initial velocity and v is the final velocity. My equation has mass multiplied with velocity. So can I say what I am getting is what? Mass into initial velocity, matlab initial momentum na. So this is initial momentum of object 1 plus this is initial momentum of object 2 बराबर. Can I say ये दोनों का मतलब है total initial momentum. Total initial momentum, correct, of both the objects. कितने object है? दो. Object 1, object 2. Which means when I multiply mass and initial velocity of the two objects, I get total initial momentum. That is equal to what? In this way, similarly, this will be total final momentum, correct? Because v is the final velocity. So what I am getting is beta total initial momentum is equal to total final momentum. Suppose मेरा initial momentum है 30, final momentum कितना होगा? 30. Change कितना हुआ? Change के लिए क्या करोगे? 30 minus 30 which is 0. So can I say therefore change in momentum is equal to 0. आया change in momentum 0 and hence we say that the momentum is conserved. Okay, this is true for all the examples that we will study. In fact, all the collisions will follow this. ठीक है? Now beta, similarly, if you find the total kinetic energy which is initial, कभी कभी initial के बदले वो लोग लिखते हैं before collision. This will come out exactly the same as total final kinetic energy, मतलब after collision, which means again मेरा change in kinetic energy कितना हो गया? 0, which means my kinetic energy is conserved again. और ये कब होगा? When my collisions are elastic. Actually elastic collisions होते नहीं है, some energy is lost. Why? Because if this is you drop a ball, अगर energy lose नहीं हुआ तो ball same height पे आएगा, but ऐसे होता नहीं है. But still we'll study collisions which are nearly elastic and hence we'll consider this. ठीक है? Elastic collision या इसको बोलते हैं moving collisions, where the objects move with a certain velocity with certain individual velocities after collision. ठीक है? और एक होता है जिसको बोलते हैं sticky collision. So let me write it down as sticky collision. इसमें क्या होता है? Suppose this was object 1, वापस pool table का. अब यहाँ पे I have a double side tape. This is object 2. Initial velocity u1, initial velocity u2. Object 1 exerts some force f1, object 2 भी force exert करेगा f2. But don't you think when they collide, they will stick and they will move together with a certain velocity v? बराबर, दोनों ऑब्जेक्ट चिपक जाएंगे and they will start moving with the same velocity. So after collision, can I say my mass becomes m1 plus m2? Agree? ये दोनों एक ऑब्जेक्ट बन के मूव होंगे ना. And over here बेटा, my initial momentum, see, initial momentum will still be the same, क्योंकि इनिशियली कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ा है. चेंज कहां पे हुआ है? आफ्टर कोलिजन. ओके, आफ्टर कोलिजन masses have added up and they are moving with one common velocity v. ये क्या हुआ? मोमेंटम तो कंजर्व हो गया मेरा, बिकॉज योर इनिशियल मोमेंटम या मोमेंटम बिफोर कोलिजन विल बी इक्वल टू फाइनल मोमेंटम. बट इन दिस केस your total kinetic energy before collision, your initial kinetic energy will not be equal to final kinetic energy. Why? Because some energy is lost in the form of heat or other large amount of energy, in fact heat or sound and so on. तो इधर मोमेंटम तो कंजर्व होगा बट एनर्जी कंजर्व नहीं होगी. ठीक है. So this is what we have to remember, that when two objects collide or when they meet, they both exert the same force but in opposite direction, and thus your momentum is conserved, which means initial momentum before the force is applied is equal to final momentum after the force is applied. अब अगर it is a moving collision problem, then your formula becomes m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. And if it is a sticky collision problem, then your formula is initial तो will be the same and my final becomes masses get add up क्योंकि stick हो गया है object and they will move with a certain common velocity v. So you are going to have numericals based on this. अभी वापस इसमें अगर मेरा इम्पल्स भी आ जाएगा, चेंज इन मोमेंटम विच इज m1 v1 minus m1 u1 for object 1, and then for object 2 it will be m2 v2 minus m2 u2. इसके ऊपर I am going to make another video. So next video will be based on numericals of third law of motion, okay, and momentum problems, conservation of momentum problems. Are we clear with this video beta what momentum is? So by using third law of motion, you can actually tell how fast an object will move after it has collided with a certain object. ठीक है. You can tell how much is its kinetic energy. You can also talk about how much force is being exerted, how much time the objects were in contact with. So all these questions you can answer after you know this third law of motion. Are we clear with this beta? So today we had Salman Khan teaching physics. क्या time आ गया? Okay, so since we had Salman Khan, here is a joke on Salman Khan. And छोटा से है, don't worry. Tell me what is Salman Khan's favorite animal? सोचो. नहीं पता? It's a salmon fish. Salman Khan, salmon fish. Okay, sorry, that was a lame one as expected. ठीक है. So this is what you have to remember about momentum. I hope conservation of momentum and third law of motion is clear. I'll catch you all in the next video regarding numericals based on this, and the numericals are very important. Till then, take care. Thank you.